Hey YouTube, it's your girl Jamina Love back with another video. Welcome back, welcome back. How are you doing, my busy bees? Staying busy, I hope. Keeping it sexy? For real though. Today I'm gonna do a look with the Rio de Janeiro Metropolitan palette from Rude. And looks like this. And it's just loaded with shimmers and glitters, so we're just gonna jump on in it because there's no reason to hold back. How are you all doing? How's the world treating you? Me, I'm getting around the world, you know. I'm fine. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna make it through. I mean, don't worry. That's what we do. We make it through. You know, it's hard, but it's been a rough year for us all. So it's not like I have to take it personal, but you know, it did happen personally to us, so I was just feeling, I took a day to myself and just really did some me time for myself, you know, and played some of his favorite oldies for my uncle, because he always had the best music in the world. There was no doubt about that. I mean, oldies that you guys would, if you know oldie but goodies or lowrider music, he had underground lowrider music. He had stuff that you could not find on YouTube, or most radios, you know, stations didn't play anymore, so he had them on CD, of course, but whew, his collection cannot be beat. I mean, it's typically what you would want to call bedroom music or baby making music. But we considered it just a good day or good Sunday. I know you're like, why is she piling on the concealer? Well, I want to have a really good sticky base, but then again, I want it to be opaque because I have never tried this palette before. So I want to make sure that I get enough on there to make it opaque, and then I'm going to use the Too Faced setting powder that came in the BoxyCharm to set it. Since it has this shimmer effect on me, I'm just going to use it to set my, I mean, of course we got to make it work. Whatever you, especially some expensive products, you want to make them work. So this is how I'm going to make this one work today. It's going to make its money today by being set on the eyes. Oh yeah. Alright, so I'm just going to start out with my usual, or one of my usual thick, fluffy brushes. And I'm going to use this rich brown that's in here. There's 4 mattes in here, and the rest are shimmers or glitter. So we shall see what we come up with. I was thinking of going very simple, but when have I ever been able to do anything simpler than, you know, 5 colors? Never. So it's simple to me. But I want to try to make it simple for you too. So we're going to just set that brown down, you know, get it all over, use it as if I was using it as my, well, it is my transition shade. So it's going to go all over the upper part to the brow. Yeah. And then I'm going to use a lighter brown, just tap some of that off to blend out under the brow bone. So I think that's what they intended you to do, you know. Just use the mattes as your transition. A couple of transitions and call it a day. And of course, we gotta have a little bit of depth. So I'm gonna use a little bit of black. Tap some of that off, just because, you know, the pigment comes through with at least these mattes. And I'm just gonna blend that out to a nice gradient to the 1/3, you know, corner of the eye. But yeah, I played his music. I danced and remembered some really important historical things. I put some things away, you know, just just because I know it makes me feel better, you know. So I'm going to grab a few stiffer brushes. And I'm going to do, amazingly, I'm going to do this green. So I always do purple, I always do gold, I always do something like that. Let's do this green. Let's see what she be looking like. Oh, she's very, very light. So maybe I need a stiffer brush. Let's try at least something else. Let's use a, whew. This brush is, it's nice and stiff, but I use this for my concealer to cut the crease. But I'm going to see if it can work without cutting the crease, honestly. So that's a little stiffer, yeah. And you can pick up more. So don't be like me and just want to throw the palette away. Give it a try, but with other brushes and other primers, you know, and see how that works for you. And the only reason why I have fallout is because I am pretty much digging in there to get it, because of the brush is just it's a bad brush, but she works for what she wants it to work for, you know. I don't know why I consider it a bad brush. Honestly, don't have an answer for that. Maybe because it's, you know, an Amazon brush or Wish brush, you know. But that is really pretty. Now we're getting somewhere. Because this brush works for that. Getting it on, so that is its thing. And bringing it all the way to the black and above my crease, you know, to have it as a crease shade there. Sorry, that was just not even. Now it's even. You just have to keep going. Sometimes you just have to take your time. And that's something I do a lot of. I take my time, and these videos are really hard sometimes because I want to seriously take my time and detail it. But they don't allow you with YouTube to have more than a certain amount of time, apparently. Not when you're, you know, just starting out, I guess, because, you know, I have been on some YouTube channels that are like 2 or 3 hours long, but I don't know if that's because they were live, if they were, you know, I don't know. Okay, so now I want to take this other green that's in here, it's a darker forest green, and put that in between the black and the green. That is actually a really pretty color, even though it's like a dual chroma of some type. Sand? She's messing with the cats. And I just want to give that something to grip onto while I get another different type of fluffy brush to bring some more of that black out. Because it's not, it's there, but it's not as dark as I want it to be. Not as smoky as I think it should be. And then blend it in with that green a little bit. There. It's much better for the kind of smoky eye I like to go for. Bring that up over just enough. Bring that brown, bring that black down to the lid a little bit. I think that looks really pretty like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back into that really stiff brush. And because I can't skip the gold, I have to go into this gold. This gold is just really calling my name. And put that here. Oh yeah. But yeah, I just did that. And what was amazing in my town, that same day that I took my drive and my time to myself, there was some kind of oldies cars just out, and they were all booming their music too, and it was just like, oh my goodness. They knew. They knew, Unc. They knew. They knew. That was just for him. It was wonderful. Alright, so I'm going to clean up, put on the rest of my face, and I shall be right back. Alright, so what do you think? I love these lashes. They're like really, really big and wispy. I figured I'd do a twiggy, light, very, very light nude with a couple of light nudes on top, which is kind of crazy for me. The Dose of Color nude, topped with a Tristique little nudie. It's a little light pink nude. And the Becca, or no, not a Becca, but of course I had to throw it back in the drawer, didn't I? I know what it is. I just want to show you. Oh, there it goes. Huda. A holographic. So it's like super, super white. And then it transforms into all these different colors. You know, holographic. And I just put green liner and black liner under the waterlines because, you know, it just, with my hooded eyes and my little cups down there, it's much easier to deal with smudging nowadays to do the liner because it is like 102 degrees outside right now. But yeah, that is my look with the Rio de Janeiro Metropolitan by Rude. I like it. I hope you do too. Thank you, my busy bees. Send out my video out, like, you know, we send out a bunch of bees to go attack the rose bushes, and send your friends, send your cousins, send your uncles, send your aunties, you know, let them know there's a new girl in town and she's got a few little tricks up her sleeve sometimes, and she'd like to show it off to you, and, you know, build our hive a little bit bigger. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to leave a comment and a thumbs up or thumbs down interaction. If you don't like this video, don't like green, you know, let me know. You know, I'll do something that you like, give you something you can feel. I'm not tripping. Be good to each other. Continue to be good to each other. Don't ever stop. Don't just do it for one day. And I will see you all in the next video. Oh, and if you're wondering about the lashes, you know who they is, right? Chic Cosmetics. It's in the description box. Save you some coin using my Jovina 10 or Jovita 15 code. These are some awesome lightweight lashes. Yes, I'm blinking a ton of times because I feel like a butterfly. Don't you? But I honestly don't feel any weight. Like, they're natural. I have slept in these lashes. And I tend to rub my eyes a lot. And they did not sparse out or lose anything when I cleaned them. And yeah, because there are some people I didn't know wore lashes for like 3 or 4 days, get them done professionally, where they're just professionally gluing them down, and then they wear them for 3 to 4 days, and I'm like, how do you do that? I want to know, without getting an eye infection. If you guys know, let me know, because sometimes it is a beast putting these on, so you skip it, but sometimes I like to put them on and not have nothing on at all. You know what I mean? But yes, be good to each other, and I love you and adore you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Mwah. Bye.